Now, you can't fight spiritual battles with the passive mindset. There are too many believers who are praying like victims, but thinking like defeat is inevitable. They say God has a plan, but deep down, they expect the worst. Now, that's not faith, that's fear disguised as surrender. Now, Napoleon Hill once said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now, that's great motivation, but here's the upgrade for the believer. Whatever the spirit can reveal and the heart believes and the mind can align, God can fulfill. God can fulfill. So that's why we need to reflect on Ephesians 6:11, because it doesn't say to run. It doesn't say to retreat. It says put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Standing requires a warrior mindset and spirit-led prayers. Because you cannot win a spiritual war with worldly thinking. It cannot happen. So here's the truth, and here's a hard truth. Because if you keep praying weak but thinking wrong, you're never going to experience breakthrough. Victim prayers won't shift spiritual battles. Fear based thinking won't unlock faith filled living. And passive mindsets won't raise strong families, restore marriages, defeat the enemy. Because that enemy, you know what he loves? A believer who is passive, because they're easy targets. But warriors, man, they know who backs them up: God. Now, here's a couple action steps just to think like a winner and pray like a warrior. Frame your mind before the fight. Ask God, what truth do I need to adopt? Write it, speak it, and wear it like armor. Choose to walk in peace, not that panic. Respond with wisdom, not wounds, because God has already gone ahead of you. So when you frame your thoughts with faith, fear loses its voice. Pray with authority, not anxiety. One thing you need to do is stop begging God like a stranger and pray like a son or daughter of the king. You have to. Now, here's three things that you can actually include: declare God's promises, stand on it, stand, stand in your identity. Romans 8:37. Demand alignment. Let your will be done in my mindset, actions, and speech. Because you're not bothering heaven, you're partnering with it. So what you need to do, visualize that victory, right? Then walk like it's done. So before reacting to stress, close your eyes and picture God's outcome, not the worst case scenario, right? Think, think like this. See that your home is already filled with peace instead of shouting. See that relationship restored. See that breakthrough is already complete. Because this isn't denial, it's prophetic discipline. Because faith sees before it shows up. Go back to that scripture, Ephesians 6:11. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Because God didn't call you to be a victim, He called you to stand. And I remember somebody telling me, I pray every day, but nothing changes. And when I asked how they pray, they admitted it was mostly begging, mostly fear. And so the shift came when they started declaring God's promises, standing on their identity and visualizing that victory. Their situation didn't flip overnight, but their spirit did. And that changed everything. So this week, ask yourself, where am I praying weak, but thinking wrong? And what does praying like a warrior look like in this situation? And then do these three things: frame your thoughts in faith, pray with authority, and walk like the victory is already done. Because you are not just a believer, you are a spirit filled warrior. Always think like someone's who's already free. That's what you have to do. Always pray like someone who knows heaven is listening. Look, I'm getting hyped myself. I'm like, man, what do I need to do? But always walk like someone who refuses to lose. Prayer warrior, walk with confidence. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. All right, y'all. I'm D Wells. Why not you? If you like this video, definitely subscribe, share it with somebody who you believe that needs to hear this. and we're going to keep it going because I got more emotional strength content, faith based content. We need to conquer. We need to win these battles no matter what. All right, you all. See you in the next video. I'm out.